Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Education in Isolation. You know what? I thought I'd start the show off. Many of you know that I'm traveling around. You've been following me. I've had loads and loads and loads of lovely comments with me traveling around. So I thought I would start off. We arrived last night, so I thought I'd do a little film last night of me setting up my studio and getting myself ready for everything that I do. So let's have a little look at me last night setting all of this up for you. Hi everyone. You know, over the last month, Randy's here. Hi Randy.
Hello everyone.
Over the last month or so, I've been calling myself, well actually both Randy and I have been calling ourselves digital nomads. Because so much of my work now is on Facebook, on Instagram, on Reels, on TikTok and so on, what's happened is I can really be almost anywhere without having to really think about, I've got to be at home, I've got to be at my studio, whatever. So this new word called digital nomads really applies to us. And I think it's brilliant. Randy, how do you feel?
Well, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Going from, where were we? Bologna this morning, and now we're in Lake Como.
Como.
It's a bit late, so it's about 9 o'clock, but whenever the creativity hits us, we just do some work.
Whenever the creativity hits, that's what we do. And so what I'm finding now, so we've turned up, we've hired a beautiful apartment, we're right on Lake Como. And but what we're doing is we're factoring in, we want a space, not just a hotel, but we want a space. We want to set up almost a home wherever we're going. So what we're doing now is we're trying to book spaces, Airbnbs, that will give us a week or 2 weeks where we can actually be in one space. So instead of looking at life as a holiday and thinking, right, oh great, we're in Lake Como, right, every day's a holiday, we're really setting time aside for it to be work. So Randy will work, I will work. We've got a table over the far side. Just do a scan around, Randy. A table over the far side, and that we'll work doing all our edits. And over here, I'm going to set up a studio that I will start filming the content for next week's show. So when I'm filming a show for Facebook or Instagram, what happens is I shoot the tutorial video. So I do that over the next few days. I shoot the tutorial video.
That goes up onto the Access Long Hair site.
That's right. It goes up onto our Access Long Hair live TV. And so what happens is I do that and then I edit it over the next few days. I edit it, then I do a voiceover, then I do another version of that. I do it for TikTok, I do it for Instagram, I do it for Reels. I do all sorts of different versions, and each version is taken from the original photo shoot. And then on the Monday night, I go live. And I go live or pre-recorded, depending on my digital outreach and what I've got in the apartment I'm staying. Over the last couple of weeks, I've done pre-records because my digital accessibility.
So what you mean, the word you're looking for is your internet.
Is shit. So basically, I've been doing it that way and uploading it to StreamYard. So it works really well for me. So this really is part of my new life. This digital nomad, and we're going to be here, then we're going to go to Genoa. Again, I'll set up my studio in Genoa, and then we're going to fly to Croatia. And again, I'll set my studio up in Croatia. And I love it. I love being creative. I love thinking about what I'm going to do. And I love most of all putting the show together on a Monday night where you guys get to see the hairstyle. So I'm going to have a little look down. I'm going to get started putting up my studio, okay? Let me do it in fast forward so you can see it quickly. Gosh, that was a quick setup. So this is the studio that I travel around Europe with. A lot of it's missing, a lot of it's all packed away, and this just makes it nice and easy for me to be able to travel around and still do my digital education, as I said, as a digital nomad. So we're going to visit a beautiful hairstyle. It's very, very simple. It's a beautiful braid that I think many of you are going to really want to try. This is a fantastic look. So now let's cross over. Let me get myself ready. Let me set myself finally up, and we're going to do our beautiful hairstyle. We'll see you in a minute. Phew, that was that was interesting, wasn't it? Trying to get all set up. Okay, here's our hairstyle. Now, at the very beginning, I'm going to take out a small area just at the crown. Then I'm going to divide this into two. This is going to become our main sort of foundation for the whole hairstyle. Now I'm going to pull a little bit of hair from the front. I'm not going to go crazy and take a whole long section. It's just a small amount of hair at the very front. Take it through the two pieces there, like that. Then I'm going to go and take another small piece from the front again. There we go, just pull it back. Great, there we go. So there are our two pieces back. Now they don't have to crisscross as long as they go in the middle of the first two pieces. There they are. Okay, once we've got those, pick up your original two pieces from the crown and tie it into a simple knot. Just tie it into a knot. Look at that. Like that. Very, very, very easy. Okay, I'll put a section clip there just to hold the middle. Now once again, come to the front. Pick up another little piece of hair, and we're going to take that little piece of hair again back to the middle, and again another piece from the front. So this is not really a braid, is it? We're sort of tying pieces together. Go back to your two original pieces and tie it into a knot. I love this. This is so much fun. Look at that. Tie it into a knot. Again, now we're going to keep on repeating this, simply taking another piece of hair like this, and slowly, progressively, we're working all the way down the hairline, right down to the base of the neck. Look at that. Tie this into a knot. Again, these are just inspirations. I always say it for every hairstyle, don't I? And it's really just about, having an idea, having a fun idea that you can really play with. And I think a lot of you are going to have a lot of fun with this because there's so much you can do with it once you've got it. And you'll see a little bit later as I go to finish this off. There we go. Bring that back into the middle. And we'll tie that into a knot again. Now you're going to start to find that the middle piece is going to slowly start to run out as you're creating your knots. It's going to get thinner and thinner, but it doesn't matter because really the piece in the very, very middle is just designed to hold everything together. So even if it gets down to a really fine piece of hair, you can still keep on tying the hair. Here we go, I'm coming to the very, very end, still picking up the hair from around the neck area. Once I get to where I want to go, which is about there, I'm going to put a little end elastic on. There we go, a little elastic just to tie that off. Now, all that's tying off is just that little piece of hair that I was knotting, not the rest of the hair. So the rest of the hair is sort of sitting quite free inside. There it is. We'll start to pull at those ribs like that. Now, having got that, I'm going to come over onto the right-hand side and I'm going to put two hair grips in. You've seen me do this before. What this does, as many of you know, this is a foundation. I'm going to use this as a pinning foundation a little bit later on. There it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all of the tails that are left over. I'm just going to keep on pulling at the ribs that I've created. And I'm going to create sort of a chignon. I'm going to twist this around my hand like this. Just twist the hair around your hand. And what I want to do is I want to create sort of a nice sort of fitted chignon just into the side of the neck there. There it is. Make sure you pull everything out that you want. Now I'm going to take my hair grip and I'm just simply going to take the hair grip and all I do is I put the hair grip in and then flip it under the crisscross hair grips that we have there that we put in. So the crisscross hair grips underneath are the foundation and these go in and crisscross through those hair grips, giving us a nice foundation. Now what I do is I now start to tidy up. So I start coming around the hair and I'm going to use my beautiful little dressing pins and I'm going to individualize each of these pieces as I go, like this. This is so interesting. It almost Looks like a shell, doesn't it, the way it all goes together? Once I've got all the pieces there, what I'll do is I'll use my strongest hairspray. I'll spray the hair gently, and then I might diffuse or dry it if I want all the pieces to stand up and be very sort of individual. I love this look, and I know many of you are going to love this look. The foundation is simple, so simple, but the result can be anything you want. I mean, look at this. It looks so complicated, doesn't it? And yet, step by step, look how simple it was.